Today, I want to go over the compensation highlights as of January 1st, 2017 for LifeVantage. So here's what you're going to see when you open up that one-page PDF summary of the compensation plan. I'm going to break it down in the upfront money that we get paid and then also the long-term residual money that we can make in LifeVantage as well. So here is that upper third of the compensation plan highlights. You can see that there's three different ways that they're showing we can get paid here. First is a Smart Start bonus. The second is the enrollment options for distributors. And the third is the launch bonus. So I'm going to go through each one of those individually. The Smart Start bonus you can see here. You can either earn 30% on your new enrollments or 40%. And it just depends on how much personal volume you have going into your business. If you are between 100 personal volume and 199, you're going to get 30% of the commissionable volume that you just enrolled. If you're at 200 plus in personal volume, you're going to get 40% payout on the commissionable volume that was just enrolled. If you're under 100, you're not going to get paid on that volume. So we're encouraging everybody to get to that 200 plus PV so that you can maximize the commissions here. That personal volume can be made up of a couple different ways. You can have the entirety made up with your personal orders, or it can be a combination of your personal orders plus your direct customers and what they're ordering. Of that 200, a minimum of $40 has to come from your personal orders, and the other 160 can come from customers. But you can see with the products that we have, it's pretty easy for somebody to get up to that $200 mark for personal volume just off the products that their household is consuming. Second part here is the enrollment options that new distributors are coming into your business with. When you sign up a new distributor, you're going to earn that 40% mark as long as you're at $200 in personal volume. And here's the payout. If somebody comes in with just the $50 starter kit, there is no additional commission paid out to you. However, if they come in with one of the packs, the silver, the gold, or the platinum, here's the payouts for you. If you're at that 200 personal volume, you're going to get 250 in volume for each silver kit, 500 for a gold, 1,000 for the platinum. And again, we just talked about it's 40% of whatever the commissionable volume is. So on each one of those, you're earning 40% of what was put in there. So 40% of the 250 is going to earn you a check of $100. For the gold, you're going to get 40% of the 500, which is $200, and the platinum, you're getting 40% of 1,000 or $400. So once again, to reiterate, silver is getting you $1,000 commission, gold is getting you 200, the platinum is getting you $400. The launch bonus. Now, what I love about this launch bonus is it really pays your group to help you get people started into your business. So when you enroll somebody and you get that initial 100, 200, $400 payment, depending on what level they came in with, it's also going to look to pay out your upline as well. So it's going to look for the nearest Pro 3 or 4, pay them out. Then the next level up, it's looking for the Pro 5 or 6 above you. The first one of those is going to receive a payout. Then it's going to look for the first Elite 7, 8, or 9. Then the next, it's looking for a Pro 10, and then it's looking for the Executive Pro 10 and a Presidential Pro 10. So here's how that works. Let's say somebody enrolled with a Platinum kit. You enrolled them, you have your 200 commission, you're getting the full 40% payout on that $1,000 commissionable volume. So you received the 40%, which is $400 on that Platinum kit. And then it's looking to see above you who is the first person that's paid as a Pro 3 or 4. We're paying them $50. Then it's looking for the next person up that is paid as Pro 5 or 6, paying them $50, the first person. And then the next, it's looking for the Elite Pro 7, 8, or 9 above you. That's going to get them $50. The first Pro 10 above you is $25. The Executive Pro 10, 15, and Presidential Pro 10, 10. Now you can see here with these payouts, there might be multiple people above you at the Pro 3 or 4 rank, but it's just paying the first Pro 3 above you in your organization. Same with the Pro 5, 6, same with the Pro 7, 8, 9. It's looking for the very first person. That first person above you might be a Pro 9, okay? And that $50 is going to them. Now, if you are currently paid as a Pro 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or higher, you're going to actually receive that payout in addition to the $400 that you receive. So let's say you're currently a Pro 5 in the company, you receive the $400 commission, and it's also on the launch bonus going to pay you an additional $50. So you just received $450 for signing up that platinum pack. And you can see here the other two packs as well and what those payouts are. The gold is going to be half of what the platinum pays out, and you can see that the silver is half of what the gold pays out, or a quarter of the platinum packs. So in order to receive the most compensation on the plan, you're looking to enroll platinum packs into your business. That's going to have the fastest duplication to get you through the ranks of the company. Next part is where I start to get excited on the compensation plan, because now we're talking about the long-term residual income that you can earn based off of the volume that's in your group. Here you can see the ranks in the company going from Pro 1 up to Pro 10. There at that top paid as rank, and then below that you can see what's being paid out at the different unilevel levels. So the unilevel, it pays out from the first position through the ninth position above the order that went into the business. So you can see it ranges anywhere from 2%, then it goes to 5%, 9%, back to 5%, to the ninth level, which is back at the 2%. So 2, 5, 9, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 2 are the 9 levels that you get paid on the unilevel. You can also see on this part of the compensation plan, it's going to tell you what you need in order to get paid at each one of those levels. So the minimum monthly PV is 100 up until you reach the rank of Pro 4, then it's 200 across the board. Again, I'm suggesting that everybody gets to that 200 mark right away, because on the upfront money, you're going to need that $200 in personal volume to maximize the upfront side. Now the minimum monthly OV, that's organizational volume. That's going to be all the volume that's underneath you in your group, and that can be comprised of your customers, your personal orders, and then your distributors underneath you and their orders underneath them. You can see the different breakouts from Pro 1 up to Pro 10, and the executive Pro 10 and presidential Pro 10 as well. It's ranging at Pro 1 for 1,000, Pro 4 is 10,000, Pro 7 is 100,000, Pro 10 is $1 million in organizational volume going through your group in a given month. Right underneath there, you're going to see the minimum leg requirements at each one of those levels. Pro 1 is the only rank you can reach in the company with only having volume under one distributor. So if you're not recruiting and going wide in your organization, you're really going to limit what you're getting paid on. You can see at the ranks of Pro 2, Pro 3, Pro 4, those all require 2 legs each. And what that means is the volume has to come from 2 different groups. If you had 2 distributors in your organization, let's say Bob is in your group and John is in your group, Bob can only account, starting with the level of Pro 2, for 80% at most of your volume that qualifies you for Pro 2. So if we're saying that you need 20% from John and your other orders, 20% of that $2,500 is $500 coming outside of your strongest leg. Now you can see here that at the rank of Pro 1, it's paying you 2 levels deep on the unilevel. On that first level, you're receiving 2% of the orders that come through on your first level. That's going to be your direct distributors and also your direct customers. Now the people underneath them, that's your second level. Your second level, you're receiving 5% commission on an ongoing basis on their orders coming through after their first month. Now at Pro 2, you can see you get paid an additional 2 levels in depth. So you're getting paid on the first, the second, the third, and the fourth level in your organization, as long as you have at least that 80-20 balance for the $2,500 in minimum monthly organizational volume. Let's take a look at the premier ranks. Premier rank of Pro 4. It's still at that 80% maximum off of one leg, 20% off of two. So 80% of the $10,000, the minimum monthly organizational volume of Pro 4 could be taken from one person. So again, let's say it's Bob and John. If Bob has blown it up in your organization and he has $8,000, you can take that full $8,000 to qualify you for Pro 10, and you need the $2,000 to come from other legs in your organization or other orders within your organization. That's going to pay you 6 levels deep, 2%, 5%, 9%, 5% on the fourth, 5% on the fifth, 5% on the sixth. So you can see it's added another 2 levels from what we were talking about at the Pro 2 rank. Now, Premier Pro 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these are all going to add an additional leg requirement outside of the 2 that we saw in Pro 2, Pro 3, and Pro 4. So starting with Premier rank of Pro 5, you now can only take a maximum of 60% from your strong leg. So let's say again it's Bob and John that are in your group, and then you've also got Ann. So Bob and John, they can account for 60% and 30%, but you need outside of your 2 strongest legs, and in this example we're saying it's Bob and John, you need one person or all of your other legs combined to account for at least 10% of the qualifying volume. So on that $20,000, you can take up to $12,000 from your strongest leg. Then you can take an additional $6,000 here, or 30% of the $20,000 from your next strongest leg. And those combined, it's going to be 12,000 and 6,000, like we said, so 18,000 total. But 10% has to come outside of the 2 strongest legs in your organization. So the rest combined, we said in this example, it's Ann. Ann has to account for at least 10% of the 20,000 or $2,000 of volume coming from her. Okay, and you can see that added a 7th level in your unilevel pay, again at 5%. Premier Pro 6, same exact situation, 60% of the 50,000 can be taken from your strong leg, or 30,000 total. And then we have to have at least 15,000, or that's the most you could take out of your second leg, because the remaining 10% of that 50,000 or 5,000 has to come from some your outside legs or outside of your 2 strongest legs. So on the Pro 6 example, 60% of 50,000 is 30,000, 30% of 50,000 is 15, so that's what you can combine for your 2 strongest legs. Which would be 30 and 15 is 45,000 out of the 50,000. 10% or 5,000 needs to come from somewhere else, and that's going to get you to the rank of Pro 6. Same with the Elite Pro 7, 8, and 9, where you're taking at least 3 groups on that 60, 30, 10 split. And you can see the unilevel is maximizing out now on your 9th level once you reach the Elite rank of Pro 7. And it's again paying you 2% across the board on that. When you get to Master Pro 10, the minimum amount of legs is still the same. It's 3% like it was from Pro 5 to Pro 9. However, the maximum percent per leg is now changed again. Now you're looking at 40%, 40%, 20%. So out of that million, your strong leg can only account for 400,000. Your second strongest leg can only account for an additional 400,000. So we've got 800,000 combined that you can take from your 2 strongest legs. And then all the outside volume combined has to account for another $200,000 to qualify you for Master Pro 10. Executive Pro 10 is 4 legs that you're now needed, and the split out there is 40%, 40%, 10, 10. So 40% of the 2 million, you can take, 800,000 from your strongest leg. You could take 800,000 from your second strongest leg, but the remaining 400,000 has to be coming from your outside legs, outside of your strongest 2. So one of them could account for 200,000, and then you have to have a 4th leg that has 200,000 as well. Presidential Pro 10, you can see there, it's actually 5 legs that you're needing for that. The split is 40, 35, 10, 10, and 5. So those are the breakouts for the residual on the unilevel portion of our compensation plan. Generational matching bonus and the elite bonus pool round out the compensation plan. And the generational matching bonus goes like this. You're going to help other people have success in this company. Your success is directly derived off of helping other people be successful. The more people you help, the more success that you can have. If you can help somebody earn $1,000 a month, you're going to match their check at 10%. So if you help them make $1,000, you're going to earn an extra 100. You help 10 people make $1,000, you're going to earn an extra 1,000. $5,000 yourself. So your first level, all the distributors that you directly enroll, you're going to match their check at 10%. Now you're gonna teach them how to enroll people, how to bring people into the organization, and they're gonna earn 10% on the people that they bring in, but you're also gonna earn 5%. So you help your new distributor get somebody into the organization, you help that person create a residual income of $1,000. Your distributor is earning the 10% off of that, but you're gonna also earn 5. And you can see that goes 5 levels deep, where anybody directly underneath you is earning 10%. Your second, third, fourth, and fifth levels underneath you, you're matching their checks at 5%. And that can add up to be quite a lot as your organization grows and as more people are brought into your group. The elite bonus pool. I love this portion of the compensation plan because I really didn't see it in other companies. What they did here is they take 4% of the commissionable global revenue. Okay, commissionable global revenue. It's a revenue sharing program, not profit sharing, where they're cutting out expenses. It's a true revenue sharing program, and they take 4% and they put it into 1% segments. And you can see here the Pro 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s are sharing 1% of the commissionable revenue that the company's earning. The 8, 9s, and 10s are earning a second percent, the 9s and 10s a third, and the Pro 10s, you guys, are earning 1% of a $200 million company currently. That's just astronomical to me on what this portion of the compensation plan allows people to earn in and of itself. I love this for the fact that it allows people to work with everybody in the company. If you treat your business like you're going to reach the rank of Pro 7 from the beginning, it doesn't matter who's in whose group. You're going to get paid off of every order that goes out worldwide. If you don't happen to have a group in Thailand and Thailand blows up, that's great for your business if you're at least an elite Pro 7, because you're participating in all of the volume that's going out worldwide. And I also like this because it kind of breaks down the silo effect. When we have meetings or trainings, it shouldn't matter who's in whose group. We just want LifeVantage to get as big as possible and as many people worldwide consuming our products. So that's a quick rundown of the compensation plan that you can see here. That one-page PDF, you can find it at lifevantage.com. In the bottom right-hand corner under resources, you're going to see a link for compensation plan highlights. Click on that, and that's going to bring you to this page where you can start to integrate this into your presentations and working with other people. Thanks for your time. Hopefully this was beneficial. Let me know if you have any questions or anything that we can help with.